What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is COD Espresso, and welcome back to another Infinite Warfare video here today on the channel. It's Thursday. We're doing another 5 things that changed here on this one, focusing on Infinite Warfare more specifically. But with this one, it's going to be one where we take a look at 5 different changes. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. If you guys do, make sure you drop a like down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with everything Infinite Warfare and, of course, Modern Warfare Remastered. But with all that out of the way and all that kind of stuff, I guess we can just jump right into the changes. Some of them, once again, you might notice right away. Some of them may be more trivial that you would not have picked up on. But within this, we're going to be talking about 5 regardless. So let's start out with number 1, one that is quite obvious, but some people probably did not know about in its entirety. If you're brand new to the series, you're brand new to the channel, it's something that you might not have seen this right at the very beginning. Back when Infinite Warfare was first officially announced in the very early portions of May, there was actually a different box art for the game than that of what is on the shelves right now. Currently, there are 2 different versions of the game on shelves, one being just for Infinite Warfare and one, of course, being Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare, but the Infinite Warfare portion is the same for both copies. However, they were much different than that of what was initially intended to be the box art for Infinite Warfare. The reasoning for this change was initially to stray away a little bit from the space setting. As you can imagine, and as the reveal trailer indicates, Infinite Warfare at first was not in any way, shape, or form positively reviewed or positively accepted amongst the community. Everybody was pretty much like, why are we doing a 3rd year of this and into the future setting, and especially whenever it deals with space. So that space theme was initially captured within the initial box art, and so it was then subsequently changed as a result to try and nullify a little bit of that hate and to maybe bring it to a more common ground. And it really does, in my opinion, more so now look a little bit towards the Modern Warfare series than that of what it was indicated with space initially early on. That all is just my personal opinion and preference on it. But number 2 here today, this is going to deal a little bit with the Create a Class system, something that has been slightly changed up. Once again, it might be a little more trivial and you might not notice it, but the Create a Class slot icons that are denoting how many slots you have left at the very top of the Create a Class system, those have been changed in color. Previously, they were white and they kind of blended in a little bit with it. It was a gradient that indicated a shine on it, like a light source was looking right at it, so it gave a little bit of a reflection type of feel to it, but now it has a blue shine to it. The indicators are a light blue, which make it a little bit more eye-catching at an immediate glance. It's one of those things that you don't necessarily need to see right off the bat, but if you were to say, just glance up and wonder how many slots you had left in that Create a Class system, it was something that is then now made easier to view with this little update to it. It's something that doesn't change the game in a major way, but is a subtle little design change, and I'm always a fan of that. Another little design change in Create a Class is our 3rd change here within this one, and that is going to be that weapon variants now show up in the Create a Class quick view. So previously, if you looked at a Create a Class system, it had your weapon, your attachments, your perks, your lethals, your tacticals, all that good stuff here. You could see the weapon in its entirety as a little preview right in there. But it was something that it gave a little icon for if you had a rarity level on it. So if you weren't using the base weapon, you could either have common, rare, legendary, or epic, and it gave a little icon to give out one of those to each of it to denote which one you had of that variant. So that was something that it only gave you a small little preview of it, but now there is a little bit more of a preview. Whatever variant you are using and have selected for that class, it then shows the base weapon camo along with it. So for example, my NV4, it is a legendary version of it and therefore has the legendary purple camo that goes along with it. Previously, it would just showcase the bare silver NV4, but now it has the purple checkered camo on top of this and gives still the icon denoting that it's legendary. So once again, it is just a quick little view to be able to look at what weapon you have, and though there are multiple for each category of weaponry, like there are 2 different versions of my NV4 in a legendary category, but it is something that still gives you a quick little preview as to what you could have. The 4th change here deals with taunts and gestures. They are something that are returning here from Black Ops 3, a very cool feature, I think, from the game from last year, and honestly, I loved Black Ops 3 in its entirety, so this is one of those things that I thought was a great addition. It gave just a little bit of more personalization and customization to Call of Duty in a franchise sense, and something that I'm glad it returned. But this is something that, though it did return, it now has a little bit of a change up from what we saw in the beta and even the very early portions of the game at launch here, even though we're just now 2 weeks into the game as a whole. So that said, the difference now is that these are labeled with different rarity levels for each of the taunts and gestures. Obviously, it's something that they are just completely random out of supply drops, but it is something that is now denoted in a different rarity level. There are common, rare, legendary, and epic taunts, and something that as time goes on, I'm sure that we'll get even more, something like that in supply drop DLC like Black Ops 3 did, but for the time being, we have a very limited amount of each of those. So that said, they are denoted with different rarity levels, and it's gonna take us into the fifth and final change here within today's episode of the 5 things that changed. That is going to be a little bit more of a technical standpoint, a little bit more of a really nitpicky one, but also a very detailed one in the way that you might not have noticed it initially. This is gonna be talking about the way that the tacticals were unlocked, or rather the unlock order of the tacticals in the create a class system. Previously in the beta, it was something that the tacticals were in this order: personal radar, jammer grenade, dome shield, cryo mine, smoke grenade, and the blackout grenade. So there were only a few here within the beta, but the full build of the game now contains currently the order of personal radar, cryo mine, jammer grenade, dome shield, trophy system, smoke grenade, blackout grenade, and the nano shot. So the trophy system and the nano shot were brand new to the game and were not in the beta. So it was something that we did get a little bit extra in terms of that, but it is something that also flipped around a few things, that being the cryo mine and the way that it was unlocked in a certain order. So that's something interesting to look at. I know some of these are used by a lot of people. Some people may not even use tacticals, so they might not care at all, but I think it's always interesting to take a look at where things were previously and how they've been changed up in terms of ranking up and getting something as reward. So that said, I think that's where to wrap this one up. That's going to conclude this 5 things that changed here on the channel today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Once again, we do these every single Tuesday and Thursday, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date and you don't miss a beat with any of these. Tuesdays are usually Modern Warfare Remastered, and of course, Infinite Warfare is today, Thursdays. So that said, subscribe if you are new. Leave a like down below if you guys did enjoy the video. Drop your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Do you guys like one of these changes more than the other? And leave your thoughts on if you like the game case change. I think that one is personally very fascinating. I don't necessarily remember if that is the first time it happened in COD history, but it certainly was something that helped out in the marketing. I think it wasn't as spacey. So that said, hopefully you guys enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is COD Espresso. Take care and peace.